You don't really think you're gonna recreate Soldier Boy's little party trick, do you?
We already did. And they're coming for you as we speak. So gargle my hairy nutsack, you nutsy bouton. I bet you never danced a day in your life.
Something I saw earlier this year was a statement saying that from the start of this season, it is made very clear that no one is safe and anyone can die at any moment. That was definitely not a lie. There's been quite a few deaths in this season so far. Some expected, some heartbreaking, some fucking annoying, but this season has made it pretty clear they're not holding back on deaths, unlike a certain show that some people have been comparing this to. I feel like regardless of how many people have been stating their dislike for the season so far, The Boys Season 5 has genuinely been one of their better seasons. Aside from Season 4 having a bit of a dip, I don't think any season of this show has been bad. I will say, however, this season feels a bit inappropriate. We know what The Boys is like. I'm not saying inappropriate as in it feels too dirty or mean-spirited or whatever. I mean it as in this season is supposed to be their last-ditch effort to end Homelander before he takes over the entire fucking world. I won't say every single episode has been the best at keeping those stakes feeling high, but like there have been some pretty inappropriate feeling jokes that don't match what I feel the tone should be. An example from this latest episode would be the scene with Sheline and Dognot, the ass sniffing scene. That's very in line with the humor of this show and the weird wacky shit they do, but that's something you would expect in literally any of the other seasons. That's not the fucking finale, and especially not the now, that feels like something that's in line with what they do on the show, but not the fucking last episode before the finale, dude. Like, come on. I don't really know, like, what's going on here. Don't get me wrong. I fucking really enjoyed this episode and have been enjoying the whole fucking season, but, like, some moments in here just don't feel fucking right. Like, Kimiko's whole arc with her moving past her fucking trauma in season 4 and being able to talk, and it set up her fucking talking about fucking eating pussy and watching TikTok. Well, that was a bit of an exaggeration. I know it's not actually all of her dialogue. Like, that is not what we were fucking expecting all of this to build up to. And that fucking scene, like I just said, the fucking Sheline and Dognot, that doesn't feel like something that should be anywhere near the last few episodes of the fucking show. Looking at everything else that was in that episode, it just feels so out of place. We got the reveal of, like, more of Butcher's backstory and how Kessler was actually his Huey before Huey, and how when they were in some sort of military operation, Butcher, being the sadistic fuck that he is, sacrificed Kessler and his entire fucking team to a terrorist group so that he could kill their fucking leader. That whole, like, Canary in the Caves thing that they keep bringing up the whole show, Huey is hearing that he's not the first person to be like that guy that Butcher treats like his little brother Lenny. Butcher even confirms after Synapse turns into Kessler and reveals all of that shit. Everything that Synapse told him was true. He's just a sadistic fuck that will not hesitate to fucking throw you to the wolves if it means getting the job done. Like, that's really fucking good storytelling, and like it being revealed in universe to other characters is a really big development. But somehow Twitter's still gonna fucking complain that this is all just filler or nothing happens this episode because they're a bunch of whiny little bitches. This episode gave us the origin of MM's name, Mother's Milk, and it was really fucking good as well. He told that origin story to Annie as a way to give her back some of that hope that she had been missing the whole fucking, like, last 2 seasons. He told her that he took care of a pigeon and he nursed it back to health, all while being ridiculed by his peers. And then the big thing that happened this episode, the death of Frenchie is probably like one of my all-time favorite moments in this show because it was so well done. The tension with trying to hide Kimiko and Sage and then distracting Homelander when he almost finds them. Seeing it for the first time really did have me on the edge of my seat. I could tell it was coming, but it didn't happen the way I expected. I'll tell you right now that I would not have been surprised if Homelander had just started finger painting the walls with his insides. But it was a lot more tame and a lot more respectful and a lot more elegant than I was honestly expecting. We know this whole show Homelander's been waiting to get his hands on the boys and kill them, and seeing as how he finally had his hands on one of the members, I expected him to just pop him like a flesh balloon and bathe in his blood or some shit and drink it all up, lick it off the floor, or whatever fucking freaky shit they could think of. But genuinely, it's one of the most well-written deaths in this show. Seeing all the just emotion, the intensity, the non-violence while still being super intense was really nice. And that final scene with Kimiko holding Frenchie as he was slowly fading away, I wouldn't be lying if I told you that I wasn't like tearing up the first time I saw that. Just listening to Kimiko sobbing as Frenchie was still trying to comfort her and make sure she was safe, that was some powerful shit, man. I kind of was clued in that it was over for Frenchie when he started talking about settling down. Some really, honestly, not subtle foreshadowing, but it was really well done. My favorite part of that whole sequence was Frenchie getting his own moment to shine, defying Homelander just like A-Train did in the first episode. Him telling Homelander to gargle his nuts was fucking hilarious. Him mocking and laughing at Homelander cemented he wasn't making it out of there alive. Watching Frenchie go up against God and just making an absolute mockery out of him. It was such a really well executed moment and a very heart-wrenching scene to watch him slowly pass away. I am not against how non-violent it was. It wasn't as bloody as we know it could have been, and genuinely treated his death with actual dignity. And then, on top of all of that sadness, if you weren't ready to cry watching Kimiko hold Frenchie's lifeless body, the screen cuts to black, and as the credits roll, they start playing Dream a Little Dream of Me by Anne Reburn. This episode was so well crafted that it honestly reinforced my confidence that they might actually give us a solid finale. I'm not the best at sharing how I feel, so I hope I'm doing a somewhat good job with these videos, keeping you guys entertained. I may not have had confidence in that theory video I made, but I would not consider it a failure. I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers I gained, to all the people who left nice comments, and to all the people who shared their own thoughts and opinions on this season. Before I go, I just want to ask you all one question. Have you ever danced a day in your life? Starshine.